Welcome back to Apex Analysis. This weekend was the Belgian GP, so let's get into it. This race overall was quite mediocre. The race was delayed for an hour and 20 minutes due to heavy rains and a lack of visibility. Once the track was ready, the drivers finally went out onto the track, but they were behind the safety car. This went on for 4 laps until the track was finally safe so that the safety car wouldn't have to stay. Right when the safety car went back in the pit lane, Oscar Piastri had this great overtake on Lando Norris to take the lead of the race. Drivers like Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton showed quick pace. Lewis Hamilton was charging through the field as he started in P18, and Max Verstappen was consistently on the back of Charles Leclerc. The race wasn't wet for long though. 11 laps later, Lewis Hamilton decided to pit for the medium tires. This started a whole chain reaction of the rest of the grid pitting as well. Oscar Piastri was able to get an 8-second advantage over Norris as he pitted first, and since Hamilton pitted first out of all the drivers, he was able to make up many positions to reach into P7. Some drivers like Lando Norris, Esteban Ocon, and Yuki Tsunoda didn't benefit well as they couldn't do a double stack, which meant that they had to pit a lap later than their teammates, which brought them down the order. Lando Norris ended up being 8 seconds behind Piastri as I said before, Yuki Tsunoda dropped out of the points, and Esteban Ocon went down at the back of the grid. Every driver decided to go on the medium tire except for Lando Norris. This was a gamble because everyone was on the medium tire during the sprint race and they didn't know how good the hard would be during the race. Lando Norris did this to ensure that the tires would stay till the end of the race. After the pit stops, the race slowly got more calm. Lando Norris was trying to nurse his tires to make sure that he could attack Piastri at the end of the race. Lewis Hamilton was trying to overtake Alex Albon, Kimi Antonelli was trying to make his way up the field, and Max Verstappen was trying to overtake Charles Leclerc. Near the end of the race, Lando Norris was slowly starting to get closer to Piastri. Piastri was trying to take his medium tires to the end, which meant that he was losing grip near the end of the race. But as he was making his way closer to Oscar Piastri, he made crucial mistakes in turn 1 and P1, which had made him lose a lot of time. Unfortunately, because of these mistakes, Lando Norris would not be able to reach up to Piastri by the end of the race. In the end, Oscar Piastri was able to win the Belgian Grand Prix, Lando Norris was able to get second, and Charles Leclerc was able to get third. So that's the story of the Belgian Grand Prix. Here are a couple of winners and losers from this weekend. One of the obvious winners is Oscar Piastri. He was able to win the race, but also increase his championship lead to 16 points. He was also able to demonstrate his calmness when under pressure. Another winner from this weekend was Charles Leclerc. He was able to bring a podium for Ferrari and was able to hold off Max Verstappen the whole race. Alex Albon was also a winner this race as he was able to get P6 in the Williams and hold off Lewis Hamilton. Another winner has to be Lewis Hamilton as he was able to go from P18 all the way up to P7. People thought that he would have a bad race as his whole weekend wasn't going great, but he showed that during the wet he could make up many positions, and with a good strategy call he could make it all the way up to P7. Another couple winners is Gabriel Bortoleto, Liam Lawson, and Pierre Gasly as they were all able to score points for their team in a very tricky race. And lastly, a winner from this weekend is obviously McLaren as they were able to get a 1-2 another time this season. This also extends their Constructors' Championship lead a lot more, making it extremely difficult for teams like Mercedes and Ferrari to keep up. Here are a couple of drivers I felt were losers this weekend. While Lando Norris did get P2, I do feel that he didn't have a very strong weekend as he cracked under pressure with those 3 mistakes in turn 1 and P1, which may have cost him the win. Along with that, I feel like another loser from this weekend was Kimi Antonelli. He's had a bad string of luck over the past 3 races in Austria, Great Britain, and now the Belgian GP. He wasn't able to score points, qualifying didn't go that great, and hopefully he can turn it around for Hungary. Another loser this weekend was Isaac Hadjar. The pit stops made him go down the order because he had to pit at a lap after Liam Lawson, which meant that he was out of the points. Another loser this race was Yuki Tsunoda. He was able to qualify in P7 and held that during the wet portion of the race, but since he had to pit after Max Verstappen, he dropped down the order and wasn't able to make it into the points. Another loser from this weekend, I feel, is Aston Martin. They just had a mediocre weekend overall. They didn't do anything special in the sprint race, and they're consistently at the back during the actual race, and hopefully they can turn it around for Hungary and score points like they did in Great Britain and Austria. Another loser from this weekend, I feel like as a whole, is just Formula 1 and race control. While the delay was most likely needed, it felt like it was a little too long and it eliminated the need for a wet race overall. F1 needs to figure out a way for drivers to safely race in wet conditions, as it provides exciting racing. But that should be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and comment down below if you think that the F1 made the right decision of delaying the race. I personally feel that they could have delayed it 15 or 20 minutes less, but you can tell me down in the comments below. If you made it this far, be sure to like and subscribe to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the Hungarian GP.